It's new project day. Today we got a Close Encounters of the Third Kind by Gottlieb, and they made about 10,000 of these guys, so it was very popular. Let's see what it says. Green hit light indicate which roto target has been scored. Star roto target can score extra balls, specials, and advanced bonus multiplier. Got 5 drop targets. Electronic sound generator simulates the exotic sounds of the mothership communicating with Earth humans in the landing scene of the movie. Wow, can't wait to hear that. Might sound something like boop boop doop boop doop. We'll see. So, we just set this guy up tonight. Me and the neighbor Jay. Shout out. Cabinet is actually pretty nice shape. And let's put this light down. Back glass is actually pretty nice. I mean, it's got a little bit of flaking, but that is not bad for 40 years old. Let's take a look at the front. Look at that. Cool mirroring, eh? Love the mirroring. And look at this. First time seeing Gottlieb LED displays in a System 1. So we'll try and get those turned on. Well, we did struggle a little bit. First of all, we just weren't getting the proper voltages out of the original power supply. So I removed it. Comes with a lot of bits and pieces, eh? I mean, one time I rebuilt a power supply, my first one. I spent a good amount of time on it, so it was my first time. Replaced all the major components. And then I didn't replace that plastic washer on one of the 2 screws. And that means that I shorted this transistor to the bracket and blew my power supply up. So, after that fun, I decided I'm going to buy 3 power supplies. So I had one in stock and stuck that in there. So that's nice and new. Brand new cable from the power supply to the CPU, which is a newer Ni-WUMF CPU. So that's nice. That came with the machine. And also a new harness from the CPU to the driver. That is also a bonus. So after replacing the power supply, got the machine to boot up, just couldn't start a game. And Jay saved the day. I was going to look under the playfield at maybe I missed a connector or something like that. So we lifted up the playfield. And I'm tinkering with these back connectors there. And Jay said, hey, why is there corrosion on this little diode bank here? And so I went to touch the green wire and it just popped off. And I thought, that looks like it is for a switch. And it is going, guess where? To the coin door. So, cleaned up this resistor board a bit and resoldered the green wire, tested all the diodes, and boom, we were able to start a game. So good job, Jay. That was your solve. But I've cleaned up the cabinet. Cleaned up pretty nice. Actually real nice. And this power switch was turned upside down and screwed to the inside of the cabinet right here. So you'd have to turn it on and off from inside. And after reaching underneath the machine 10 times, I decided, okay, now it's about time to put it back to original, which was always the plan, but I was reaching underneath too many times, so the urgency factor kicked up a notch. Oh yeah, and when playing with the power switch, try not to short the power switch to this piece of the coin box holder because it blows the main fuse and makes sparky. I'm glad. I think that was the only damage that was done. But yeah, so unplug the machine when working on the power switch, because makey sparky, not good. Okay, so, oh yeah, also noticed that one of these speaker wires, I touched it and it popped off. It had the quick connects on there, and you know, I don't know how quickly you want to disconnect and reconnect the speaker and how many times. Basically never, so that's why I cut them off and soldered the speaker on directly, the speaker wires. So there's the roto target. It's actually in really nice shape. I don't think it's working properly, but well, that's something I'll have to figure out. Here's a white coil wrapper. What do we got? An A5195? I have a feeling that could be not original. Might be correct coil number, but I don't typically see a white coil wrapper for the out hole, but I could be wrong. Okay, sorry, just putting the playfield back down. Okay, I've already rebuilt the shooter rod, as in just took it apart, cleaned it all, put in a new barrel spring and new tip, and cleaned the plastic housing inside, so feeling pretty good. And I had just cleaned up the oil off this new ball. Stick that in there. Oh yeah, check out the playfield. That is really nice. Drop targets are not all correct because two have stars, so that doesn't seem right. There is one broken plastic up here, this yellow lane guide, but I probably have something I can fix that with. I'm sure I have a yellow lane guide. If not, I can go white or just for what I have in stock, but all in all, it's looking good. Original plastic spinner, not broken. I wonder how the clips are. Let's hang up this light. Clips on the pop bumper caps. Usually one of them is broken. Oh, look at that. Neither of those are broken. I have one broken on my centigrade that I was just working on, but yep, all those clips are intact. I do have one broken plastic here. So let's just turn it on and see what happens. I think I'm at the point where I have to repin some connectors on the display because it's not displaying properly. And we'll get to see these blue LED replacement displays for the first time. Let's hope that after shorting that power switch that nothing else is screwed up, because I haven't really tested out too much this far yet. Okay, power on. Nothing. Guess what? I haven't plugged it back in yet because I was still working smartly at that time. Okay. Let's plug that guy back in. And let's try this again. There we go. Wait a few seconds and our display should pop up and we should get some sound. Did you hear it? Was that the exotic sounds of the mothership communicating with Earth humans in the landing scene of the movie? I believe it was. Look at those displays. Okay, good news is they're bright. Bad news is they might be a little too bright. And bad news is they are not working properly. Probably bad connectors. And the other bad news is that they don't really match. Like green would have been cool. Maybe red or original orange, but blue doesn't quite match, but I can live with it. Okay, so let's try and throw up a ball here and see what happens. Hey, what do you know? The game started with the start button switch resistor fix. Okay, let's see what happens here. We got some roto action. Apparently those upper rollover switches activate the roto target. I do not know the rules of this game at all, and I'm looking forward to learning them. And so far I've got 12,000 bonus, it looks like. Uh-oh. See, I think hitting that roto target was supposed to do something, but all the pop bumpers are working, the slingshots, the flippers, the roto, drop target reset bank. See, look at that, missing a 0. I'll just have to figure out which connectors, which pins on the display connectors are responsible and repin them. I'm pretty sure that's the issue because I did reseat the display connectors, and the issue moved from like one digit to another, so sounds like some flaky connector pins to me. Oh yeah, this is set to 5 balls, but yeah, so that is the progress on Close Encounters of the Third Kind for tonight. I'm going to keep plugging away and figure out what's going on with that roto target. But what do you think? Blue displays? I could actually swap them back out for originals. I believe I have enough originals that I could bring it back to original, but it is running on a lower voltage, so that's also a bonus. But for now, that is game over.